leasing. In 1995, government decided that certain enterprises which required high managerial and technical expertise should not be sold off, but should be privatized by way of contract leasing arrangements. These should involve leasing management contract or joint venture management with both foreign and local entrepreneurs. In particular, government will complete the petrochemical industries and ensure that the refineries are put at a maximum production level prior to leasing. The decrees on general leasing and leasing of public enterprises will be promulgated in 1996. Guidelines on leasing contract, management contracts, and joint venture agreements will also be issued. Privatization and commercialization. As a matter of policy, government will encourage and permit private sector enterprises to complement the services of institutions such as NEPA and NATEL with the objective of achieving their full commercialization. After being fully commercialized, these enterprises will be self-accounting. Apart from exceptional circumstances, government will not fund them after December 1996. The Minister of Finance will provide details on these measures. The oil industry. The major problems of the oil industry stem from the lack of the relevant technological capability, limited indigenous participation, community relations, and the country's inability to participate fully in the management and disbursement of the joint venture cash calls. Government has devised a strategy to overcome the problems. Details will be given by the Minister of Finance. Streamlining operation at Nigerian ports. Government is concerned that operations at the ports are cumbersome and slow. To improve the present situation, government has decided on a number of actions, details of which will be furnished by the Minister of Finance. Pre-shipment inspection. With effect from 1st January 1996, importers will be responsible for the fees of inspection agents. Pre-shipment agents will continue to assess import duties, and all imports to Nigeria must be accompanied with IDRs. Any goods imported without IDRs will be confiscated, and the shipping agent will be penalized for shipping goods illegally into Nigeria. The Comprehensive Inspection Supervision Scheme Decree will be amended accordingly in 1996. Public sector reform. Fellow Nigerians, this administration has been committed towards streamlining the machinery of government for effective implementation of policies and decisions. Accordingly, the reform we have initiated in the key segments of the public sector, namely the civil service and parastatals, will be carried to their logical conclusions in 1996. The reports of the various panels have been studied, and the implementation of their recommendations has commenced. The ongoing civil service reforms are meant to enhance the productivity and efficiency of the service, which have degenerated over the years. It is obvious that no public policy would make any impact on the nation if the machinery of government meant to implement such policies is defective. Government is therefore determined to restructure and reorganize the civil service, improve the working environment of public servants, and give them the necessary incentives to motivate them towards a result-oriented service. The organized private sector. In formulating economic policies, government has always taken into consideration the views of the organized private sector. The wide range of consultations carried out during the 1996 budget process was meant to take into account the inputs of the operators of the private sector. The economic reforms undertaken by this administration in the last 2 years have offered them great challenges. They should therefore closely work in partnership with the public sector so as to ensure the success of the policies already put in place. I expect to see in 1996 the private sector addressing the issues of inflation control, increased productivity and capacity utilization in our industries, as well as job creation for the growing number of unemployed Nigerians, particularly the youth. We shall continue to dialogue with the organized private sector in these and other related areas of our national development.